is Chosen featuring Lagucci, which is Taveis Smith. These folks are out of the USA. And the song is called Wine for Me.
Slow wine. Wine. Slow wine. Dial 106.
She shake it like Shakira. She dancing in the mirror. She dancing like a stripper. She gon' make me grab my pistol. Rumpa bum bum, rumpa bum bum. She got that energy, she make me get strong. Pretty girl, them don't know what they want. I'm a rude boy, I give you what you want. Wine for me, slow wine for me. You're the only one I need in my life. Wine for me, slow wine for me. Show me a hell of a time. Broke it down. Mommy got me tripping on that Remy now. We can slide to the back and we can get it down. Sex on the dance floor, that's 100 rounds.
Who that there? Let me pull you over. Put you in a rover. Now you moving slower. I can see it in your eye that you want me. Drinking on that rum got you feeling real dumb. Feeling on your body. Now I know that you a thotty. They don't even know I met you at the fucking party. I like it when you moving real slow, real nice. Gripping on your body, yeah, that thing right.
She shake it like Shakira. She dancing in the mirror. She dancing like a stripper. She gon' make me grab my pistol. Rumpa bum bum, rumpa bum bum. She got that energy, she make me get strong. Pretty girl, them don't know what they want. I'm a rude boy, I give you what you want. You got me open, I'm floating. I'm deep inside your ocean, slow motion. I'ma bust it down, make your knees weak. Put it in your mouth and let me ski. Feed me, baby, won't you beat me? That's that pretty pussy cleaner than some Fiji. Slow one, that's how I like my women. Saw you from a mile away, you caught my interest.
Hold on, what the bumper clock is? Let me fuck you in your Ross clock, yeah. I see you on the dance floor, yeah, you know your moves. Feeling on your body, yeah, that thing real smooth. I like the way you move all on my body. Looking like you took a pill, it must be a Molly. Chosen told me slide, so I came to the party. You know how we do when we get the party started.
She shake it like Shakira. She dancing in the mirror. She dancing like a stripper. She gon' make me grab my pistol. Rumpa bum bum, rumpa bum bum. She got that energy, she make me get strong. Pretty girl, them don't know what they want. I'm a rude boy, I give you what you want.
What's wrong for me, girl?
All right. Wine for me, Mishka. Wine for me. What do you say, sir? You go first.
What you just said. Okay, what you just said. What I think about this record. I feel like, to me, and I'm just going to tell you straight out, Chosen, I think you actually wrote a hit. You just don't know what your hook is.
Yeah.
So to me, that Wine for Me has come back, brother. Like, that's your hook. Bring that thing back. You bring that back and you got a freaking hit. That's what I got to tell you. Like, it's a really good record. Every element, every feature, everybody on the record is great, except you're missing that part of the hook that is the hook. And that's the Wine for Me part. I feel like the rest of it is the setup. And then every other time you do it the first time, and then you never bring it back again. Bring that Wine for Me back, you got a hit. And
what's your score?
Let's give it an 8. I'm going to give it 8.
8. All right. Clint, what do you say, sir?
Yeah, so I think it's super catchy. So I'm with Mishka that this was one edit away from just hooky as crap, and I couldn't help but remember it. And again, I really like the vocalist. I think with a lot of these entries, I was kind of blown away with like, oh my God, there's another phenomenal voice. So we're getting a lot of that in these entries, and this one's shone that way as well. I guess I'm auto-tuned on everything. I'm come to get used to it, but I think there's about 6 of the tracks had auto-tune on it, so I'm really sensitive to it because I heard it a lot. I almost think there's a lot going on here. This might relate to what Mishka says, you know, where I think some really tasteful edits and some structure work and would really help. And, you know, so for that, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, 7 out of 10. All right. Margaret. What do you
Okay,
say?
I love these lyrics. I think the lyrics are great. I mean, they're funny. They're just, good job on the lyrics. I'm a lyric person, so the structure I would like to tighten up a little, make it a little bit more mainstream, a little more hooky, add some little rhythmic elements to it. But I mean, I love it. I love the vocalist. Happy with it. Pretty exciting, actually. I think it is really like what Mishka said. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
What's your mark, Margaret?
Gosh, I'm gonna give it an 8.
You give it 8. Wunderbar.
And you're right; those lyrics, like, had me laughing. Like,
Yeah.
it takes a lot to get me to actually really sit there and go, "Oh, well, that was." And then each verse, he's giving me something else that I'm just like, "Whoa, that's really good."
But Mishka, you don't think he could have done something a little bit more production wise in the chorus section, like push some more stuff in there?
He could, but it's like, I don't think it's that kind of record. You know what I mean? It just feels like a Akon record. Like, if Akon heard this record, he'd want this record from him. Like, really, straight up.
All right, Khalid.
Yeah, I liked it too. I think the same thing. I think they could dig in a little bit deeper. What you were touching on it, Ray. I wanted to hear them. The music is nice at the simplicity, but I also feel like I've kind of heard this before, like Mishka just said, the Akon and things like that. So I would like to hear something a little different to shake me up, because I feel like I may have heard it before, but it's very hooky. I think a potential hit is in there, but I think if they dig deep, they can pull and extract something a little bit more out of this to take it over the edge. And I'd give it about a 7.
You give it a 7? Yeah, I like this kind of music. I'm from the Caribbean, so it speaks to me. Here's what I would say, and I'm not a judge, so just take it for what it's worth. Lay out the song from beginning to end, divide up the thing, look at where the choruses are, build in the choruses section, like a little bit more. Make that the focal point of the song. Like, hit the home runs, like just go a little bit more in there, and you can bring it back down when you do the verses. But that's the only thing I thought it could benefit from, just a little bit more production value. It was a lot of the same stuff all the way through, but again, that might be the vibe. So anyway, very good job. Make a wine for you.